So the last time I flew this, which happened to be the first time, we attempted to try to find out what it could really do up high. Like, just test out how high we could climb it, how fast it goes, at what, at least up to 14,000 or so. And as soon as we started doing that, the sim crashed. So, trying it again, and just going to see what it can do as a test. So we're out here at our typical test zone, Edwards Air Force Base, and we're not on any network, so that's good. We had some help on the flight before with a pilot that knows this plane a lot, and it does climb differently. Like, you do have to kind of babysit it a little bit, and made it fun to try to get up to that altitude, and there is a way to do it. So keep in mind that turbocharging system in the Aero has a fixed wastegate, so firewalling the throttle at sea level will overboost the engine, which we found out that, and it does. It will overboost it at sea level for sure. So we're not going to... Well, we're going to advance it until the light comes on and then back it off, the overboost. Probably going to be around 40-something, maybe, I'm thinking. 40 inches. But we'll see. And then we'll just kind of keep the boost up, keep leaning it. My initial tests, it felt like leaning didn't really do anything until we got to about 9,000. Then once we hit 9,000 feet, it really started making a difference. Like, if you were not properly
10,400 feet remaining,
you were not climbing, and that was not good. So let's roll on to this. Let's run right here, and once I get the power set. Overboost, pull it back a little bit. We've got, of course, didn't change the registration, which is fine, I guess. Alright, so 2,400 feet and climbing. And I think I'm just gonna just keep it here. Whoa. Yeah, let's keep it here, and we determined in our reluctance to actually look at the POH that VY was around 90. So that's good information to know. It's also good information to look up ahead of time. Okay, so since the actual flying the plane is not really the point of this, I'm going to turn that on, but we're not going to do anything with the altitude hold. We're gonna leave it as trim. Yeah. I think we had, we were, prop is full. Now we're trimming. It's kind of cool. Trimming. Mixture's full rich, prop is full forward. And then we'll just keep on climbing. And this thing was climbing like a freaking maniac. I mean, like 1,000 feet per minute right now is awesome. That is awesome. Keep everything on, right? We got all the lights we need on. Yeah, this thing is smoking up here. So I love the JustFlight arrows and Cherokees in general. I met one of their reps at Flight Sim Expo a couple years ago, and it was after I had used their arrow for X-plane to help with my initial training in an archer, and so I made a point to go talk to the guy, and was really like I wanted to know just kind of a little bit about the company, and he flat out said, it's like, yeah, our texture guy is an artist, like he is awesome, and you can really tell this plane, like the carpets, the seats, the velour, it actually looks like velour. There's wear and tear on the touch surfaces. I actually think that the naturally aspirated arrow is a little bit better on the interior. It's a little bit flatter in here. It's just not as there's not as many surface imperfections than in the other one to my eye. It could be just I don't know. Could be just seeing things, but it looks good. It sounds good. It flies nicely. I don't have any arrow time, but I've got probably, am I at 50/50 yet? But I've got a lot of Piper PA-28 time. It feels fine. It's a flight simulator. It's a home flight simulator. Like it's fine. But it's really the sensation of it, because the look, the sound, the feel in general are kind of what make a home flight simulator plane really feel good. When the Lear was light and it was cold, we could do brake release to 10,000 in under 90 seconds. That's crazy. Can't tell you what the vertical speed was because the VSI didn't go high enough. It was just pegged at 6,000. That's awesome. And that was, which Lear was that, the 35 or the 65? Dude, people are already camping at 8 p.m. the previous day, Arnold. Good Lord. Okay, so we are climbing through 8,100. The GPS, or altimeter might be a little bit off. I think it's probably 292. Yeah, that looks like it's good. 50 to 60 people already. Dude, that's crazy. When I did that, I was number 3, and I got there at 2 o'clock in the morning. And I was the 3rd person in line. All right, we're still climbing out strong. We're at 800 feet per minute. The 35, okay, 55. The title of the only Learjet that was actually underpowered. That's funny. Okay, so the EGT is starting to come down a little bit, but we're still climbing pretty strong. This is, man, I think it crashed at like 11,000 when we did it before. I think we were at like 11,500 when we had the crash. And that's when it was starting to feel like it was slowing down a little bit. And okay, so now it's starting to come down a little bit. Not by much. I mean, we're still doing 700 feet per minute. Okay, it's still going strong. And we're climbing fast too. I'm doing 136 over the ground. What's our true? So we're 134 true right now. That's way fast of a climb, and still getting. Well, now we're 500. Okay, so now it's starting to slow down a little bit. And we're at 10,000. So yeah, so 10,000. We were starting to, like I said, it crashed at 11, and we had already begun our the slower climb out. And I'm keeping an eye on the EGT down by the red mixture handle down there. Yep, starting to come down. There, now you hear the RPMs kick up. So found it's starting to slow down, lean the mixture back. Obviously you'd be kind of feeling that out a little bit more and doing this progressively, but just letting it. And look at that. All I did is pull the mixture back and we jumped up to 1,100 feet per minute. 12, maybe even more, 1,300 feet per minute. It's going to come back down at this trim level. But that was a big jump. Yeah, okay. Still looking good. The yoke shaking is kind of annoying. Let's get rid of those. I do like the yokes being there, but that little shakiness is a little distracting. Let's see. Okay. How's it looking now? Okay, we're back up to 1,000. I haven't touched anything. I haven't touched the trim. I'm the only thing I am touching right now is the mixture, which I have right there. There. I love this new chair. I could just sit here and game forever. Okay, so there's 11.5. Starting to come back down again. Okay, there's holding at 600 feet per minute still. That's good. That's still healthy. I'm going to actually trim a little bit nose up. I don't know how heat sensitive JustFlight made this, but don't want it to blow up. Very low bar we've set tonight. Just don't blow up. Really wish I would have set that registration. That looks really stupid. Still looking pretty nice. I think we could go a little bit slower on the climb. Pitch up a little bit. We're moving up pretty good. So there's 12.5. See, right now we're climbing at 600 feet per minute and still doing 140 over the ground. So this is regular aero, flat out cruise speed, and we're in the climb. We're true at the, like, hustling it, I guess, as fast as you're gonna go in that naturally aspirated aero, and we're doing that with a 600 foot per minute climb rate at 13,000 feet. So we're already at 13,000 feet. And climbing fast. And what's our time elapsed? Can't remember it. Does it have that? Pressure altitude 13. Okay, so we're pretty. Pressure altitude is tailwind, 2 knot tailwind component, so that's fine. True. It's still at 139. True. In a climb. Dude, this thing is still going strong. Fuel pump is on. Let's go to the left. Or sorry, the right tank. So really until it stops wanting to climb. Still going. There's 14,000. Get the oxygen out. Yeah, it doesn't look any different up here, does it? Can we get 15? What would be, I mean, like, I think 14,000 is probably a pretty good, like, well, let's go 15.5 since we're heading east. We'll go to 15.5. We'll get it settled and see how quickly we can actually go. We're just straight in restricted area, too. That's fine. Coming up on 15,000. It's pretty good. I mean, this climb rate is not bad at all. 140 over the ground now. And true, we're showing 138, 139, kind of bouncing around. And there's 15,000. Okay. Still going. Now it's up to, I just kind of pulled the mixture back a little bit and it jumped up to 800 feet per minute. That's pretty good. And we're almost to 15.5, which is, this isn't a test of how high it will go, but how fast it can go at a reasonable cruise altitude. And this isn't, I mean, this is probably higher than you'd really realistically go in this thing. You know, like maybe 12,000. Just seems like an impractical thing to have oxygen for. All right, let's see. What did I see for cruise? 31 and 23. It's pretty nice, JD. I'm like, we've been streaming for 2.5 hours and I am still comfortable as hell. And 2350 I think was like, 2350 was fast cruise. 31 and 2350 was like fast cruise. So that is configured in cruise. Does not look like we're that high up. That's cool though. So what do we got? What do we got in here? 159 over the ground. And we are at 156, 155, okay. So we're baby bonanza speed right now. We are baby bonanza, debonair. All you need is 155 and you can get a lot of places. Like this is pretty good. This is a pretty good clip. We calculated this out that doing at 155, which is like debonair speeds, at 155, door to door, I grew up in the Tacoma, Washington area in Gig Harbor, if you're familiar with that area. KTIW, Tacoma Narrows Airport. That's my hometown, and it's 45 minutes at best to SeaTac. So 40 minutes from where I grew up, my parents' house, to the airport. So including that time, door to door. So if I'm standing in my house right now, bags packed, ready to go. Julia is standing, bags packed, ready to go. If we both left independently, not carpooling, if we independently leave when we have to leave, well, I guess not, it doesn't make any sense. We leave at the same time, right? Yeah. We leave at the same exact time. I would beat her to my parents' house in Gig Harbor in a Debonair doing 155. And that's not a straight line. Like that's the actual planned route going up Central California, stopping in Redding for fuel for 30 minutes. It's a 30-minute fuel stop, taking off again. It's about 6 hours. It's like 5.5 total flight time, but roughly 6 hours door to door, versus driving to the airport, getting getting the car parked, getting the luggage checked in, going to the gate, all that stuff. 2.5 hour flight roughly. If there's any taxi delays or anything, so you got 2.5 hour flight. You get there an hour and a half early, so that's 4 hours plus the time to actually get there. It works out if you fudge it. If you do like the 2 hour, like get to the gate 2 hours before takeoff, it's like the same amount of time. Yeah, by car it's a 23-hour drive. 22. It depends. Yeah, 21 to 23-hour drive, which I've done that in one day. Ugh. But yeah, it's doing just the speed, just 155 knots. You can get there. What's our fuel flow? 14. It's pretty good. How can I? So it's interesting. It doesn't take much to really have a get there kind of plane. What's up, Jay? But you have to arrive 2 hours early for intra-U.S. flights. You don't have to. No. At John Wayne, because that airport is so awesome, we get there like 30 minutes before it takes off. Oh man. Dude, I cannot tell you how excited I am about this chair. Like, I am, oh my God. And I'm going to be sitting in this chair a lot coming up. And so that's what prompted it. But now that I have it, like, man, I should have done this a long time ago. It would have made for much happier streams. Like, towards the end, I'm freaking beat. I've been like talking nonstop basically for 2.5 hours. It's kind of exhausting. And then when you throw in like a really uncomfortable chair into the mix, it's a total nightmare. This is awesome. This is awesome. All right, so I think that is pretty much. Yeah. See, now we're pushing 160. 160 over the ground. What's up, Dave? And yeah, that's awesome. So one thing that I was doing when I was playing around with the plane, I was outside of the plane looking at it, because I was just like flying around when I had just downloaded it, just looking at the exterior. I was flying around in a different area and just kind of looking at the scenes, and I had it firewalled. Like we were totally. You bought it an hour ago. That's awesome, JD. I had it firewalled and I'm just flying around, and that is over boosted. So I'm gonna go full manifold pressure. It may not actually even over boost at this altitude. No, 36. It's not it's not overboosting. So this light goes on, like there's an overboost light that comes on when you've got too much manifold pressure going, and it will actually blow the engine up. It kills it, and I was like, what is happening? Why is my engine dead? And I finally, I figured like, oh my god, I blew it up. I blew the engine up. So I had to do a forced landing, an impromptu forced landing, which was hilarious. So 166, so that actually got us almost 10 knots by just cranking it. I mean, we're just chugging gas right now. But yeah, if you wanna kick it into overdrive, that's pretty good. There's just not enough air up here to provide enough boost. Okay, there you go. Cruise performance of the Turbo Aero from JustFlight. Now we can, why are there 4 buttons for the landing gears? That's an emergency gear extension. So I'm gonna turn off autopilot, and we're gonna pretend like the engine blew up. There it is. Dead. And the arrow falls out of the sky. The orange light above the gear indicator, that is the emergency extension gear light. So you can see that little pitot tube that's sticking out there. That's actually a separate pitot tube from the main static system, which is under the wing there. So that little thin thing sticking out there, that's the main pitot-static system. This one is just a pitot tube for the emergency gear. Right between the B pillar there, and when you have that on, it will so it's in between the seats. In between the seats. I already did that bit before, but that's the little handle for that. So you can see now it's on. It doesn't work in the naturally aspirated one, but it does work in this one, which is awesome. That is, so once you get too slow, that it'll automatically extend the gear, and it sounds great in practice, but I don't think it was very effective. Shotsky, welcome aboard. Thank you for following. Speaking of gear, this is one of those situations where you have an engine out, and you want to know, or your landing location is right below you. So the engine turned off. I wonder if we're low enough now. I can. We're going down at 2,000 feet per minute. Yeah, I think it's. There we go. Okay. So can I overboost it and actually pop it? Yeah, 750 is great. Let's keep an eye on that overboost. We're still at 12. I mean, we're still way up here. There it is. Okay, overboost is on. Alright, so the overboost light is on. So if I keep it going, the engine will pop. Got the gear down just to help with the descent. Oh, there's an airport that's not charted. That's kind of funny. So it'll all of a sudden, you'll see the EGT drop. So it'll do it for like a minute or so. All right, so this is this airport here is at 3,000 feet. Well, I mean, to be fair, we're way above the gear safe speed, but we're definitely above the flaps extended speed. Come on, buddy. Blow up. Blow up for me, bud.
Hello. Hi.
What's up, Rand MC? Welcome. Look at that. See, I wonder if that is the actual... Like, that's clearly an airport there. And then we have the one that we're circling. Interesting. Yeah, no, she's tough. Oh, and we're climbing. We don't want to climb. We're also shock cooling it too, which will not be good. This is all bad what we're doing right now. It's very, very bad. The effect, and I don't know how much this is modeled, but the effect of the overboost should be increasing as we descend as well. So it's going to be, it's been going for longer and getting worse as well. Shot, we have a lot of ANPs and private and pilots and instructors and everything. That is the link, Shotsky. It is. We have many pilots. We have many real-world pilots in the chat right now, and it is very possible. No, yeah, BD, it will blow up. But I think it's been going for so long because the altitude is so high. So the effect of the overboost is, lessened the higher up you are. Even if you are technically overboosting, it's probably just above the threshold. Oh, I thought I heard it starting to come down. It's gonna pop any second here. I'm shocked at how long it's been going. Oh, there it goes. I think we're killing it. Yeah, it doesn't like go, but yeah, it does. It just kind of goes, and then it's dead. Not doing it. Come on, man. Die, little engine. For science. Die for science. Trying to blow the engine up. Yeah, dude, everything is full forward. Yeah, it's all cranked up. Come on, man. Everything's out. just doesn't want to do it. No, I mean, maybe, but I didn't touch it from the last time it blew up. Could be here for a long time. Whoop. Uh-oh. I think she might be unhappy. Come on, man. Oh yeah. I think it's happening. It's happening. She's gone. We're gonna lose her. That's full power. Okay, so we're cleaned back up. Still going. Still going. It's barely alive though. Yep. There it is. There it is. Yeah, I don't think one of the mags will help. Yeah, that's not gonna help. That's all it's got right now. We're straight and level. And it's just slowing down. That's it. Engine out. So I think it's just windmilling at this point. Julia, Dave says hello. So can I climb at all?
Hello. Hi.
Hi. What's up? Don't bill me. Captain VFR, what's happening? Oh, there. Okay. Full power. Trying to climb. Yep. We've ran out. Alright, so now can I make this dead stick? That's going to be a tough one. That does not look like much of an airport. Alright, here we go. Let's see if Geneva will clear me for this short approach. Yeah, it's totally, it's dead. It's still like firing, but I think it's mainly windmilling and just there's some spark and fuel in there. Okay. So, yeah, I think we can make that.
500.
Remember, we don't have the gear down yet. I need every bit before I load this wing up here. And there is runway made. Ah. Whoa. Keep it going, keep it going. All three down. Yeah, so now that we don't have any airflow, it's just going to stop. Yeah. Secure the plane for the emergency vehicles to roll. Look at that. Blew the engine, landed in a restricted area, but safe and sound. Oh, man. That was awesome. God, thank you guys so much for tonight. This was fantastic.